If you watched the last episode in this series about overthinking in business, you'll know that safety is the key to clarity in your business decision making. And this video is about taking the next step when you choose to step out of what feels safe and into possibility. Now, if that lands with you, if that gets you a little bit excited, I want you to tap like now. You are giving yourself permission. You are being a little rebel. Tap like and show yourself that you are ready to move from protection to possibility. Yay, go you. I've been there myself in my own businesses. I have happily invested in what I considered to be small ticket items, a couple of $100 here, there. But as soon as an investment went over a certain number, my brain would do this too. It would freeze and stop me moving forward. But what I did was notice that and work out what was happening so I could make a decision about whether or not that served me. I realized this response was not actually about the money at all. It was about something in my unconscious mind that was telling me that I wouldn't finish it, that I would fail again. I kept hearing, "You're failing again," every time. And I was really afraid of failing because I hadn't understood something really important. The risk around investing in yourself and your business is not about whether you achieve whatever you thought you were going to achieve. It really isn't. The risk is about whether you are willing to be curious, tune in, and learn the lessons you're meant to learn along the way. Now, I'm an ex-teacher and I have planned some amazing lessons with clear objectives and watched my students get something completely different, something way better in most cases from the lesson that I planned. Because we cannot control what we're here to do. We are here to learn, get curious, and move through this in the highest and best for you. This isn't about whether you trust yourself to succeed, or it wasn't for me. It was about whether I trusted myself to learn and receive along the way. And if the outcome looks different than I imagined, great. I got exactly what was in my highest and best. So ask yourself, do you have that kind of faith in yourself? Not the faith that it will go perfectly, but the faith that you will keep showing up with curiosity, compassion, and grace, no matter what the outcome. You cannot reason yourself into self-trust. This is a feeling. It is your nervous system. But you can rebuild it through something called congruence. Congruence is when your decisions match what you truly value. Confidence is, I know I can do this. Congruence whispers, this feels right. Let's see where this goes. That, again, is where that clarity lives, in that curiosity, right? In the calm alignment between your strategy and your nervous system yourself. So try this. Check your body before your bank balance, your calendar, or whatever excuse you're telling yourself right now. Does this choice feel steady or strained? Notice. Name your non-negotiables. Create clear boundaries because they help you be clear. When I signed up with my new business coach, I was really clear with myself about what I wanted, the kind of person, the kind of values they had, what outcomes I was hoping to achieve, what I was curious about along the way. I made notes about all of that, even the price point I was willing to invest. I did all of that, and then I went looking for the person to work with. I had boundaries, so I had clarity, and it was easy to make the decision. And take one step today, just one. I want you to know that I hear all the time, oh, in 2026, or next year, or when I've done X, Y, and Z. And I always ask my clients, why not now? Why not now? Take one step today. The future version of you isn't waiting next year. The future version of you begins the minute you make the choice to move forward. You do it all the time. So I'm going to encourage you to make the choice to move forward today, right now. What's one decision you've been delaying that you can give yourself gentle permission to do today? Comment below. We'll support you. Now, if trusting yourself still feels hard, please borrow mine for a while. I trust you. You've got this because you're not behind and you have nothing to worry about. What you're doing here is important. You're rebuilding your sense of safety around choice. Amazing. Let's place a hand on our chest and just embody that for a moment. Ooh. I really want you to breathe into the space between fear and readiness. Just acknowledge that fear if it's there. Breathe into that courage, that readiness. You do not need a guarantee. That's not what this is about. You just need a grounded yes, an embodied yes. Every calm decision you honor becomes new data for your body, new information that it's okay to move forward into possibility, that it's safe to play in the space of what's possible. Repeat after me. I am safe to lead. I am safe to lead. Yes, you are. Now, if this episode brought you clarity or relief, subscribe, because next week we're going to be talking about how to keep making decisions even when things do not go to plan. That's right, the hard stuff. So far, you've learned to listen. You've learned to ground and breathe. You've learned to soothe. And now you're learning to trust that space between safety and possibility. Oh, so good. Now, if someone you love is caught between this space of fear and their future, please send them this video, because I want them to know, just as you do now, that the future version of you begins right now, the minute you choose to move forward. And next week, we'll talk about what to do when things go slightly differently to the way you'd planned. Because clarity does not mean control. It means knowing how to come home to yourself, how to trust yourself, no matter what happens.